Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundarade.
Jaya Radha, Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe.
Jai Radha Sham Sundar, Radha Sham Sundarade.
Jaya Radha, Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madana Mohan, Radha Madana Mohan Radhe.
Jaya Radha, Madana Mohan, Radha Madana Mohan, Radhe.
Jai Radha Madana Mohan, Radha Madana Mohan Radhe.
Jaya Radha, Madana Mohan, Radha Madana Mohan, Radhe.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya
Jaya
Radhe,
Radhe,
Jaya
Jaya
Radhe.
Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Gaura Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitai
Sai
Gaura
Gaura
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitai
Nitai
Gaura
Gaura
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada,
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 Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya
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 Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Gurudev,
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Gurudev, Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Prabhupada, Gurudev, Prabhupada.
Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrachaga Acharya Ashtotra Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki.
Jai,
Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrachaga Acharya Ashtotra Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki.
Jai,
Ananda Gori Vaishnavind Ki.
Jai,
Tamacharya Das Thakur Ki.
Jai,
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
Jai,
जय गो प्रेमानंदे.
Hari Hari Bol,
All glories assembled devotees,
Hare
all
Krishna,
glories assembled
Hare
devotees,
Krishna,
all glories
Hare
assembled devotees.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Nama Pangajanabhaya Nama Pangajamalini Nama Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayade Giring Yatkrivatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, reading from chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme, and today's verses 23 to 25. We'll read verse 23. Yatragale tvanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayada yanditam kalam. Prayadi yanditam kalam vakshyami bharadakshaba. Yatra gale tvanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayada yanditam kalam vakshyami bharadashabha. Yatra gale tvanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayada yanditam kalam vakshyami bharadashabha. Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yatra Kale Tvanabruti Mabruti Chaiva Yoginaha Prayatayanti Tankalang Bhakhyami Bharata Srabha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Sita Thakurani.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yatra kale tvanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayadayanti tam kalam vachyami bharadashabha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Snigdhamaji can be translation.
O best of the Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, one does or doesn't come back. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 24. Agni Jyoti Ahashukla Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayada Gacchandi Brahma Brahma Vido Janaha. Agni Jyoti Ahashukla Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayada Gacchandi Brahma Brahma Vido Janaha. Agni Jyoti Ahashukla Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayada Gacchandi Brahma Brahma Vido Janaha. Siddharakrani.
Hare Krishna. Agnirjyotirah shukla shanmasa uttarayanam tatra prayada gacchandi brahma brahma vido janaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Agni Jyoti Raha Suklaha Sarmasha Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vido Janaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Siddhartha can read the translation.
Hare Krishna. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery god in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 25. Dhumo Ratristada Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandramasam Jodi Yogi Prapya Nivartade. Dhumo Ratristada Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandramasam Jyoti Yogi Prapya Nivartade Dhumo Ratristada Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandramasam Jyoti Yogi Prapya Nivartade. Hare Krishna. Yes. Sigdamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhumo ratri Krishna Sarmasha Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandrama Sangyoti Jogi Prapya Nivartate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. See that Akroni?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna.
Dhumo ratristada Krishna Shanmasa Dachinayanam Tatra Chandramasam Jyotir Yogi Prapya Nivartade. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Rekhamalaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Can read 23, 24, and 25. Three of them.
Okay Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yatraka Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yatra Kale Tvanavratam Avritam Chaiva Yoginaha Prayatayanti Tam Kalam Vakshyami Bharata Shabham Agnir Jyotiraha Shuklaha Sanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Vido Janaha Dhumo Ratristata Krishnaha Sanmasa Dakshinayana Tatra Chandramasam Jyotir Yogi Prapya Nivartate. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes. You can read the translation also.
Okay. The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, the moonlight fortnight, or in the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, or who reaches the moon planet, again comes back. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmedidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapatagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadhutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalidam Shri Vishaganvidamsta Ek Krishna Karuna Sindhom Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrubhascha Kripa Sindhuvyeva Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravaktarunda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Yatra gale tu avrittim chaiva yoginah prayadayanditam kalam vakshyami bharadashabha. O best of the Bharadas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, one does or does not come back. Hare Krishna. So Krishna has explained in detail, or rather not in detail, brief, the material and the spiritual worlds. From 17th verse onwards to 22. So material world is temporary, has got a beginning, has got an end, and there is always a cycle of material world. It is sometimes manifest, sometimes not manifest. So the material world, which is comprising of 24 elements, which are coming out of the breath of Kanadashaya Vishnu, is a part of the spiritual sky. The spiritual sky is so vast. And the material world is like a small cloud in that spiritual sky. Mahatattva, we call that cloud as Mahatattva. So this Mahatattva is actually the material worlds. When we are in the Mahatattva, suppose we are in the cloud, we will not be able to see the sun or sky. Like that, when we are in the cloud, we will not be able to perceive the spiritual worlds. That is why it is called Avyakta. Paratasmadhuhavanyo Avyakto Avyaktat Sanatanaha. It's Sanatana, it's eternal, but it's Avyakta because it is not visible to our eyes, which are trained to see only material objects. And inside these material worlds, the living entities, due to their karma, they accept several bodies. And these activities are going on during the day of Brahma. When this they become Vecta, the living entities also become Vecta at that time. And when they at the end of a kalpa, they go back into the body or withdraw, they get withdrawn into the body of Garbhodashaya Vishnu. At that time, they become Avyakta. So the individual living entities, they climb up and down. Sometimes they go up to Brahmaloka, sometimes they come down to the Padala. That is happening continuously. But the mass of living entities, the mass whole living, Bhuta Grama, they, at the end of Kalpa, together, they enter into the body of Garbhodashaya Vishnu, and the next day of Brahma, they are again recreated according to their old karma. Yes, whatever forms they have entered, they come back in that same form only. And then again, these activities start. So that Parapurusha, that is that Sanadana Dhama, or the spiritual planets are occupied by the Supreme Lord and his expansions. So many expansions, millions and millions and trillions of expansions in all these universes, on spiritual universes. That is very nicely described in the third canto. So this eternal Dhamma is the supreme destination of these living entities. The whole idea of engaging in different yogas, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, is to attain the supreme. And according to different practices, the different practitioners, they attain their desired goals. Here, the 22nd verse, it is very clearly mentioned, Purusha Sapara Partha Bhakti Alabhyatu Ananyam. Purusha Sapara, the para that is supreme, that Purusha is supreme. There, of course, many living entities are also considered to be Purusha. But this Purusha is para, he is supreme. There is no competition. There is no one to challenge him. The Supreme Lord. And he can be attained only through devotion service only. Bhaktyatu Ananya Shakya Aham Evam Vidho Arjuna. In the 11th chapter also you'll find this. Bhaktyamam Abhijanadi. In 18th chapter, you will find this. So, the unflinching, unalloyed devotees, they attain the abode of the Supreme and they enter into loving devotion service to the Supreme. These devotees, they are not interested in the various kinds of liberation like Saloka, Samipya, Sarupa, Sashti, or Sayuja. Sayuja is considered to be very, very attractive for impersonalists or Jnanavadis or Jnanis. They want to merge into the consciousness of the Supreme. They want to reduce that existence, the Jiva existence, as a mere consciousness only, and they want to merge into consciousness of the Supreme, and which they call as a universal consciousness, which is, they said, is compared to a light, which they call as Brahma Jyoti. But the Vaishnavas, they are not interested in this kind of merging into Supreme. And Vaishnavas are not interested in liberation also. Wherever they are, they want to render service. Doesn't matter where I am. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavidam va jagdisha kamahe, mama janmani janmani shure bhavadat bhakti ahetu gitoe. In every of my births, wherever I am born, in which all species I am born, in animal kingdom, bird kingdom, reptile kingdom, aquatics, plants or trees, whichever form I may attain, I don't mind, provided I am always, every second, I am conscious of Krishna. So the devotees, they are not even interested in this. Yes, Nigdamaji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, sorry to disturb.
No problem.
What is the meaning of Sashti, Prabhuji? Actually, out of this 5, Sashti?
Sashti means same opulence. Opulence.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Like you have seen, Krishna is decorated like anything. He has got a lot of opulence. And the inhabitants of these Vaikuntha planets, they are also having the same opulence as Vishnu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
The same bodily features. Like 400 Vishnu is there, and the residents of these Vaikuntha planets are also 400. So one may not understand Swarupas, because Sarupa also, one cannot distinguish between Lord and the inhabitants. So devotees, they are not interested in this. They want to just serve Krishna only. They don't want to, what do you call it? Destroy the individuality. They want to retain the individuality so that they can render continuous service. So that their individuality is eternal. Individual souls, individuality is eternal. Nato evaham jadu nasam natvam naime janadiva nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayamadapada. So in future also, means future here means after liberation also, in the bonded condition as well as liberated conditions, the devotees are rendering devotional service. So for them, liberation is not a great thing. Liberation actually means being completely free of the bodily consciousness. When a person is completely free of body consciousness, he is already liberated. Those are very, very fortunate souls. In whatever conditions they are put inside, very traumatic conditions, very difficult conditions, they are still remaining, the same position. That is called kutastha. The word that is called kutastha. Kutastha means always remaining one position. And that position is that we are the eternal servants of Krishna. So whatever external difficulties one may be subject to due to circumstances or due to other living entities, this devotee is a pure devotee. He or she is now distracted from that original position. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, we have seen this position of Shiva, Lord Shiva. In that Mohini Murti is, when Shiva is bewildered by Mohini Murti, he's being dragged into different forests, mines, into ashramas of where the rishis are residing. In so many different places, Mohini Murti drags Krishna, Shiva, Lord Shiva with her. And Shiva is completely captivated by the beauty of Mohini, and he's running like a blind man behind her. But when he comes to his senses, and this is happening in front of his wife and his associates, Bhudagana. So consider the position of man who is running after a girl in front of his wife, and when he comes to senses, what will be his position? But Shiva is unabashed. He's totally unashamed and unabashed. Why? Because he is still retaining his position that is his Lord, his Krishna, and he is, glorifying that wonderful activity of his Lord, which has put him in this bewilderment, when he's put him in his Maya illusion. So Shiva's illusion is put into Maya, but is not influenced by Maya. That is a difference. You may be in Maya, but you will not be influenced. But that means you will not be, what do you call it? Move away from your constitutional position. That is one great lesson we have to learn from Shiva, Lord Shiva, that come whatever it is, you will remain in the same position as a devotee or as a servant of Krishna. So these are the qualities of a devotee. And these qualities may be exhibited in a smaller or higher degree in various devotees. And it will be is one's good fortune to understand, to know, or associate with such a devotee. Because again, draw a lot of inspiration from that devotee. So having explained these spiritual worlds and the material world, Arjuna, he understood that the Supreme is Lord only. He's not Brahman. He's Brahman. He is Paramatma. He is Lord, but he is that supreme feature of the absolute truth is a supreme personality of Godhead, who is a person, Bhagavan, and that person can be attained by Purusha Saparaparthamatya. Then he wants to know the position of other practitioners. What about their practices and how they are attaining their supreme? Everyone have their own goals. And what is the method they use to attain their goals? So Krishna is explaining this in verses, in 3 verses, 23, 24. He says that Yatra kale cha na anavartim avartim chaiva yogina. So there are 2 paths. He's explaining there are 2 paths. One path leading to liberation, one path leading to return to this BODD cycle. So the kala is a yatra kale tvanavartim. The kala actually means path also, but then kala is also time also. Why this kala is because there are discussions. The path is described in various deities there in that path. There are various deities which take this person, this living entity, through these different paths at different steps. So that deities, that raw of deities, when you travel this path, is considered as time. But because movement is also associated with time. So the different paths are one path leading to liberation, other path leading to come back. And there are different practices, different yogas, like Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Dhyana Yoga, to reach this their goals. But the devotees are not interested in this. These people have to plan this. they plan their exit from this material world, when they plan their exit from this body. And that is explained because then what time they should leave, what are the benefits, what are the results of leaving the body at particular time. So the time factor is there. So that is why this is called Kala. But devotees are not interested in this. Devotees leave everything in the hands of Krishna. Okay, Krishna, you take care, whatever it is. What I should do, where I should go after I leave my body is up to you. You can decide. My only desire that I should always remember you. There should be constant remembrance. Not even a second I should not remember. I should not forget you. So here it is said that when the yogi who is practitioner, who is practicing, if he is very perfect, if his practice is very perfect, he can choose the time he wants to live. So the auspicious time, inauspicious times are described in 24 and 25. 24 says, Agni Jyoti Aha Shukla Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayada Gacchandi Brahma Brahma Vidojanaha. So Brahma, they attain the Brahman. Who attains the Brahmavid? Those who know the Brahman, they attain Brahman. And for that, the process, the time they choose, either by their practice or sometimes by chance. For those who don't know this path also, sometimes by arrangement of Krishna, they leave the body this auspicious time. So these two types, one who knowingly plans his exit, one who by accident, by chance exit also, ultimately they get the same result. So what is this auspicious time? That is described as Agni Jyoti Aha Shukla. Agni Jyoti put together, it means light. So during the time of light, when there is light, Aha, the daytime, Shukla means the waxing moon, the waxing fortnight. There are two fortnights, waxing fortnight and waning fortnight. In Sanskrit is called Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Paksha is fortnight. So when the moon is getting brighter and brighter and brighter, that is called waxing moon, waxing fortnight. So at the end of that fortnight, the moon becomes very, very bright and full round. And then the moon starts waning, means slowly loses its brightness and then starts shrinking. And towards the end, it is totally waning. So these are the two fortnights. One is a waxing fortnight, which is called Shukla Paksha. Another is waning fortnight, which is called Krishna Paksha. So one is lightness, Shukla means light and Krishna means dark. So when you are living in this light, the time of light, the time of date, and then Shukla, then Shanmasa Uttarayanam, Shanmasa. Shanmasa means the year is divided into 6 months, two 6 months time. One is called summer solstice, another is called winter solstice. The summer solstice is known as Uttarayanam, and the winter solstice is called Dakshinayanam. Summer solstice starts from winter to summer because it starts from winter, say November, December time, then goes up and then up to June, May, June, it ends at the time. So that period from November to May or December to June, that period is called Uttarayanam, when sun is going towards north. And the next June to December is called a winter solstice or Dakshinayanam, when sun is going to south or moving to south. So the person who is taking the path of no return, he first of all chooses Uttarayana. The first is now reverse way. First you have to see first I have to take Uttarayana. And then from that, in the Uttarayana month, he chooses the Shukla Paksha. And the Shukla Paksha, he leaves at the time of day, when it's very bright, when it's light. So such persons, Yatra prayadi gacchandi brahma brahmido. So they reached that Brahma Jyoti. So Chandogya Upanishad, Baldev Vidyabhushan explains it. Here in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has made it very brief. He has just mentioned 4 things: Agni, Jyoti, Shukla Shanmasa, and Uttarayana. But the detail is given. The path. The path is given in detail, and where there every step there is a presiding deity. So the first 4 is same like deity of light, day, waxing fortnight, and summer solstice. And from summer solstice, that is 6 months, from Uttarayanam, it reaches, the living entity reaches the year. Now here, the Brahmavit, the Brahman, or the person who is desiring to merge in Brahman or realizing Brahman, when they exit, when they leave their body, either their disciples or their students or sons, they may do this cremation rituals act. Whether they do it or they not do it, because of their time they have chosen, because of their power, they reach this the deity of light, then from day, then waxing fortnight, then summer solstice, and from summer solstice it reaches a year, the deity of the year. Everything you have to say the deity. There is a deity for behind everything. So from summer solstice it reaches a deity of the year, and from the deity of a year it reaches a deity of air, and from air it reaches the deity of sun, and from sun it reaches the deity of moon, and from there it goes to lightning, and from lightning it reaches water, deity of water, and from deity of water it reaches the deity of Indra, and from deity of Indra it reaches deity of Brahma, not Brahman, Brahma, or Brahma. So there are 12 deities in this path: deity of light, day, waxing fortnight, summer solstice, year, air, sun, moon, lightning, water, Indra, and Brahma. And from there, it reaches the Brahman. So this is a path of anavartin, path of no return, which means path of liberation. No return means they are not coming back to this material world. They are getting liberated. Yes, Ignamaji.
Prabhuji, if out of these 3, if any 2 are fulfilled, suppose Uttarayana is there, Shukla Paksha is there, but instead of day, night time is there, then what happens?
The person, if he's perfect, he can do everything. That's why he said, by practice, you have to be perfect. If he's not perfect, if he's cannot fulfill this condition, then he may not be liberated. He will not come back. He will not. He may come back. So both this aspect, like Uttarayana and waxing fortnight, is fulfilled, but other 2 parts are not fulfilled, means and then it will be difficult for them. You have to be an expert. You have to be very sure of his practice. That is meaning your sadhana should be perfect. And Srila Prabhupada mentions, if the yogi is perfect, he can select the time and place for living the material world. But even if he's not also perfect, sometimes by accident, but that is by Krishna's arrangement, because of some good work he has done, he may accidentally choose all these things. That is Uttarayana, Shukla Paksha, daytime, day, light, etc. So in perfection, you have to fulfill all the conditions. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Anyway, this for us, it's a hypothetical situation, because devotees are not concerned on this. This is not our path. It's path of yogis and jnana yogis and dhyana yogis. Anyway, there are 12 deities in the path of liberation, no return. And the next verse, 25 verse, mentions about Dhumo Rati Sada Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandramasam Jyoti Yogi Prapya Nivartade. So the mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, moonlight, what is that? Night. The moonlight fortnight, waning moon, waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, that is Dakshinayam, or who reaches the moon planet again comes back. Now others, by accident, suppose they passes away the time of death, in this time of smoke, night, Dakshinayana, Krishna Paksha and Dakshinayana, they are sure to return. But in that group also, there is another group which is called the karmis. And the first group who has practiced this, who is not returning, they are the Brahmavid. No other one, this who are returning, generally people return, and then there are people who are karmis, sakama karmis, who does some good work like philanthropic activities, Vedic, following the Vedic rituals perfectly and all those things. Such persons, what happened? They go to this up to moon. Now their path, there are about 8 deities are there. The smoke night, waning fortnight, and winter solstice is mentioned there in the verse. And then Chandogya says it reaches from winter solstice, it reaches a year. Same like liberated people. And from here it reaches a Pitruloga, not air or sun. It reaches a Pitruloga. And from Pitruloga it reaches ether, and from there to the moon. So that is a different route. Ultimately, they reaches the moon, but from the moon it doesn't proceed to the other areas. I mean, the other part, the rest of the path, they are not able to traverse. It enters the moon and then enjoys the life in the moon for several years, and then they come back. That is mentioned in the beginning. Panjagni Vidya is there. Panjagni Vidya, oblations, and this one. So these people, either the people who are living at the time and accidentally in an auspicious time like smoke, night, then Shukla, Krishna Vaksha, Dakshina and all that, or the people who are these fruity workers who are doing this Vedic ritualists and doing some good work, I mean, Punya Karma, they come back after enjoying this. These people are enjoying this, the karmis, they're enjoying the moon and life, and then they come back. So, Krishna is explaining these paths to Arjuna, the path of no return and path of return. So light actually means liberation, and darkness means bonded state. That is also there. So we are all in darkness. There's a Vedic hymns. They say that tamoso ma jyotirgama. Tamoso ma jyotirgama. Don't remain in darkness. Come to light. Every one of us in darkness. So for us, the Vedas advises us to come to light. And the supreme light is a supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna Surya Sama. Maya Andhagara. Maya is darkness, illusion is darkness, and Krishna is the supreme light, the Bhaskara. So we have to always remain near the Krishna only, the supreme light. And the best way to remain near Krishna always is to always chant the supreme Lord's holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And we have to always bow down to the lotus feet of our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, who has shown us this path. This path. This is neither path of return nor the path of no return. It's a path of devotion. So that there's a book called Path of Devotion. So we are in this path of devotion only. We are not concerned with path of return or path of non-return. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Just 1 second, I'll just we can recite this Chaurashtam. Mobile is below. Just connect.
Hare Krishna.
Just
May I read?
one second. Just 1 second, I'll come back. Yes, Maji.
Prabhuji, may
Yes.
I read Chaurashtakam today?
Yes. Yeah, you can do.
Chaurashtakam. Braje prasidhang nabanita
Chauragraganyam purusham namami. Shiravikaya hridayasya chauram. Namabuddha Shamalakanti Chauram Padashritanam cha samasta chauram Ragraganyam purusham namami Akinjani kritya padashritam Karoti vishwam padigehahinam Aho Vishana Chaura Epe Lishkashudovana Jagatrayevi Yadiyanamavi Maratyashesham Giri Prasarana Vipavarashim Ashyadirupona Chaura Idre Drishtwashudovana Maya Kadavi Panchamanam cha Tatendriyami Pranam Chakva Mam Sarva Evari Patayase Kutra Dridotya Chaura Tvam Bhakti Dhanam Maya Nirta Vinasti Gauram Yamapasha Bandam Vinasti Bhimam Bhavapasha Bandam Chinasti Sarvasya Samasta Bandam Naiva Mano Bhakta Kridam Tu Bandam Manase Tamasarashi Ghore Karagrihe Dukkamaye Nibadha Labhassuhe Chaura Hare Chiraya Suchaura Dashochitameva Dhanam Karagrihe Vasa Sada Hridaye Madiye Madbhakti Pasha Dhrida Bandhana Nishcharasan Tvam Krishna He Pralaya Koti Shatabda Devi Sarvasya Chaura Hridayan Nahi Mochayami Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Chaurashtakam ki
Jai.
Jai. Okay, Rekha Maji can recite.
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlad Ladhaine Hiranyakashi Porvakshaha Shilakanka Nakalaye Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimho Yato yato yami tato nasimha bahi nasimo hridaye nasimo narasimham adim sharanam prapade tava kara kamalavare nakam albudha singham dalita hiranyakashipo tanu bringa keshavadrita narahari rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Nithai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nithai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari 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 Bol Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamaham Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamaham Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamaham Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Prahladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Bringa Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Prahladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Bringa
सिद्ध भक्ति विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की
जय
वैष्णव भक्ति श्रेष्ठ प्रणाम महाराज की
जय
गो प्रेमानंदी
Hare
इच्छा कल्पद्रुभ्यश्च
बच्चा कृपा सिंधु देवता पतितनां पावनां
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नंदगुड़ी वैष्णव